Hey guys, what's going on? It's BradPhusion here, and welcome to Creative Sundays. Now, obviously that won't be the name of the series, but since it is the first episode and I haven't come up with any other better names yet, I'll let you guys decide the name in the comments down below. So what the series will be is this will be a set of challenges given to me by you guys in the comments for me to execute come the next weekend. So since this is the first episode, I haven't been given any challenges to do just yet, so instead I'll be showing you guys something I made in Creative the other day. But I didn't have a chance to show you guys because the conveyors were broken, and now that they've been fixed, I can now show you guys what I was working on. So if anyone has played Minecraft in the past, you've probably heard of something called spleefing or spleefing arenas. And what these are, it really consists of two layers, the snow on the top and the lava down below. And the players have to try to destroy the snow underneath the other players, letting them fall into the lava down below. So I've tried to make something similar to that in Space Enders. I'm not claiming this is any original idea or anything like that, but I thought it would be nice to see something like this in Space Enders, and I haven't really seen anything like it before. At least I don't think I have, but then again I never really looked for it. Without further ado, let's introduce you to this little teeny arena-like thing here, and you've got the bison down here because the bison just happened to come along because the bison's cool. I actually don't know why I put the bison here. I think there may have been some reason. I am in survival right now, if you notice my energy draining down below. I'm in survival for a very certain reason, even though I probably don't really need to. And I guess if you were to play with friends, you probably wouldn't need to either. But let's talk about what this is. So this is what I've nicknamed the Grind Arena. And it follows some heavy influence from spleefing in Minecraft, if you ever played that back in the day. And if you didn't know what spleefing is, basically it's an arena that's based on two floors. The top floor that is covered in snow, and the bottom floor that is covered in a sort of lava or deadly material. Now what the teams would have to do, or the players would have to do, is that they'd have to try and destroy the blocks underneath the other players. Now I've made this quite simple using, as you can see down here, unbuilt light armor blocks. So when players will drop down here, they will then have to try to destroy the blocks underneath the other team's players. Obviously you can kill them with the grinder, though it's not really preferred, which is why you probably can play this in creative, and I probably would maybe recommend doing so. I just did this in survival because it's a lot easier to place down these unbuilt blocks. But anyways, with that being said, you guys can see that the second floor is full of grinders. Now I didn't realize that grinders didn't actually grind through steel plates, even though not much of it actually drops down because it actually goes into the player's inventory when you grind here. But some of the blocks that you can separate can actually float down and actually be grinded away as well, so you have to keep an eye out for that. So let me turn the grinders on and just give you guys a real quick presentation on how this actually works. Now every side has its own medical bay for healing or energy reasons as well, and so you can also change your color to match your team. So right now if I press T on this, you can see that I'm red, but since I'm on the green side, I can become a green player so people know what team I'm on. And over here there is a actual connector that connects to a conveyor, which if I run down here and show you guys, it connects right underneath this, which connects to all the grinders, which is what I originally thought would work, as I had assumed that when I destroyed some of these blocks up here, the actual steel plates would fall down into the grinders, get grinded, and then whoever the losing team was can just come up to their collector over here and eject all the resources out of it. If I check here, you've got some steel plates here to actually build the ground floor. Now obviously I'm in an empty world right now, but if you were to play this, you most likely wouldn't be, so you'd have easy access to other steel plates and other resources, and that was dumb of me to actually hurt myself there. So let me just turn on the grinders here to give you guys a quick demonstration on how this actually works. So this might get a little bit loud, but other than that I don't think it'll be too bad. I can lower the gravity here, and there's so many other possibilities you can do with the size of the arenas or the different gravity fields you can have inside of the arenas, but right now this is just a basic bare bones arena sort of thing going on. So let me pull out my grinder here, let me fall down. Well, I have died this a few times, but I can't really test out multiplayer because, well, if I check my phone, whatever the time is, actually I can check Steam. Steam, tell me what time it is, 2:30 AM. So that's why I don't have anyone to test this out with. But you can just imagine this, and I will put this world up in the workshop for anyone who wants to copy it over to your survival world or anything like that as well. Which I think I'm going to be doing with a lot of the creative world, is putting them up for you guys to experiment with as well. So you can imagine jumping around and trying to grind away at the blocks to actually try to trap the other players in in a sort of like I said, a spleefing thing. Now, I'm not saying I'm the original person who came up with this idea. Like I said, I was heavily influenced by spleefing in Minecraft. So if anyone else, oh, and there I go. That's obviously killing yourself can be a very, very strong part of it. Don't know why it spawned at blue. I don't remember ever using the thing at Blue's Arena. Actually, did it spawn me as blue? Let me see. No, I'm still green. So, yeah, that's the basics of it. And I'll show you guys a few of the other things as well. I know where green side is because it's just around the corner. But an interesting thing about this sort of Spleef Arena in comparison to Minecraft, for example, is that if I was to, say, destroy a large chunk here, so for example, if I go with that and then destroy this little block over here, this here will actually become separated and it will start to drift around. Now, obviously in Minecraft, snow I think will fall down, but this actually doesn't. This will hover around and it will eventually fall. Oh jeez, like that. It'll eventually fall into the grinding pit, causing you to die if you stay on it for too long. Now, obviously there's certain things you can change with this. You can lower the height of these blocks so that they're closer to the grinder. So I'm pretty sure if you place a block, do I have any? I have 3 steel plates, so I can maybe go down there and see if I can actually put something down there. Now, I'm pretty sure that grinders don't grind anything that's away from the actual, it doesn't grind anything that's part of the same system as it. So if I put this down here, it won't actually grind that because it is part of the same system. So since this grinder is connected to the station here, it won't grind the block because this block is part of the station as well. But if the block was then separated, it will grind it. I'll show you guys that in a second, actually. So let me just put a few blocks down here. I actually need more I need more more armor to do that. As you guys can see, it doesn't really grind components, which maybe if you wanted to, you could probably change out the grinding pit to a whole bunch of collectors, and I think that might make a little bit more sense. But obviously I wanted death and destruction in this, so I went with the grinders instead. So let me just quickly destroy a few of these here and place them down a little layer lower, just so I can show you guys how effective that is to be down there instead of up here. I should probably do it with the grinders off, so I feel a little bit safer. Let me come up here quickly and turn these off. And like I said, there's quite a few other possibilities you can do with this sort of system. It's quite easy. It's not like I said, it's not like some breakthrough revolutionary design, but it would be a fun multiplayer thing to play with a bunch of friends, and I think it would maybe ruin friendships, so don't play it all too often. But and like I said, if you were to play in creative, obviously you can use the drills to go, the grinders to go through stuff a lot quicker than what you normally would. However, the only downside to that is, I think, 1, you don't gain resources, and 2, you can't place down these wireframing meshes like you would normally do. So let me just quickly go through this, and I'll just place down a few platforms on one side here. I can place down 70, which I think is near enough. I think there's 100 blocks down here by default, so this is a 10 by 10 arena. And obviously, like I said, you can make this a lot bigger. You can have different floors and different levels for different competitions. Obviously, jetpack isn't a thing that players should be using when they're in here until the actual arena is over. So I think I'm almost done here. And as I said, the blocks aren't exactly grinded away, despite being so close, which I think probably makes it a little bit more interesting than normal. So with it being this close, let me go up to the green side, turn these back on again, get some energy, and then I'll show you guys how different it is being just 1 block lower or 1 block closer to the actual grinder. And like I said, I want you guys for the series to submit challenges, whether it be like create something in 15 minutes or an hour or so with a certain weight limit, or just something interesting like that, and I'll try to make it in the time limit you guys give me, or the time limit I'll give myself if you guys don't state one. So for example, if I grind this away here, I'm pretty sure if I jumped over it, no? Ooh, that's nice. Okay, cool. So if I jump over it, that doesn't affect me at all. But if I do make the block loose, for example, if I cut off a block, like so, the block itself goes away. So it's got this sort of like puzzle element to it. So you can, in a sense, intentionally cut off a certain area, and the player who's on it might not notice that you've almost got it done. So this area could look completely safe. I'll show you guys that now, actually. So let me go just over here, grind this away. And as I said, you got this large area here. The other player thinks it's perfectly safe, but the second I grind away this block here, there, the whole platform goes. And I think that makes some sort of really interesting element to the whole thing. So it's more puzzle-like than it is, or it's more logical than it is just grinding away. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little grinding arena thing here. And let me actually turn it off so it'll be a little bit more quiet than normal. And actually I think that would have grinded the resources. So if I go check over here quickly, or if I go to this control panel, this green collector, I can then go collect all, and that should have picked up anything from the grinders maybe? I thought that's what collect all did. I thought it collected everything from everywhere. But it is connected to all these grinders here. So if I go up here, is it not connected anymore? I swear it was. I thought I connected all these things up. One second, let me check. Actually, let me turn off the grinders here just for the sake of turning them off. Control panel, grinders off. And they all use the conveyor system. That uses the conveyor system, at least it should do. It's connected via it, so it should. Let me go down here and see why this isn't actually connected. Now, like I said, I was going to show you guys this the other day, but a lot of you guys said you wanted a creative thing done on the weekend, and since the conveyors were broken for the most part, I didn't actually have the chance to do that, so I think maybe something over here is broken. I can't really grind that away without it taking out my inventory, because I'm in creative, because I'm in survival. But I think there is a problem between the connector down there, but other than that, I'll fix it up before I put it on the workshop for you guys, and I'll just get rid of the, well, I'll leave the other one over there. This one, oh, well, my mouse just went spicy. This one over here is just a bare bones. This is what I had originally, which isn't very much different to that one, other than it doesn't really have the separate rooms or anything. So it still has the grinder pit nonetheless, and I do like the pattern I did with them. It looks kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, anyway, like I said, I'll put this up in the workshop for anyone who wants to experiment with it and play with it in by yourselves or with your friends and stuff. And like I said, there's so many possibilities you guys can do with it yourselves, whether it be placing it, like I said. I think I actually enjoyed having it this close to the grinding pit, simply because of that whole mechanic where if you grind around it, a whole platform can just disappear in 1 second. I think that makes it quite interesting. So anyways, like I said, without further ado, I'll leave this here. Thank you guys for watching, and if you guys have any challenges you'd like me to do next weekend, feel free to submit them as a comment, and I think I'll pick the most upvoted comment, or the most liked comment out of all of them. So, like I said, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time, and give me a challenge please, because I think I'll enjoy this. See you guys next time.